Right, well, here's a little update on the Rainforest project out in my front paddock. I probably haven't updated for over a year or something on this, but it is really, really dry, and which has made things hard. I'm still confident that over the years this is going to work, but obviously I'm on a learning curve, and we've just had extremely dry weather, which is a bit of an issue. A number of things have died, all of the picker bean palms except for this one down here. Stick the camera over there. That one's still going. I think that's going to be okay. These little claw flute guards are fantastic. A friend gave me some of them. I'm going to buy some more as well. And I've kind of come to the conclusion that basically we need them or nothing's going to survive. I've just put another one in just over here with a little scrub fig in there. These ones over here that I had caged off, and then I just put up that plastic sheeting off feed bags. The bags are deteriorating, so I'm going to have to go around and get rid of them and just replace them with more of those core flute protectors. But these plants, you can see there's plastic around them, all these microplastics everywhere. But so this is a bunya pine. So the plants that are adapted to this area are actually doing quite well. There's a scrub fig over there which is not doing as well, but it's still alive, which is pretty amazing. And you know, the thing that I found out is this western edge is really exposed. There's a heap of sunshine that comes in because there's no trees between that fire break and the edge of the forest here. So that just makes this side really, really hot. We're starting to get more of the wattles and things coming up, which is really good. You can see a number over there. They'll provide cover for more plants. So, you know, it's just a matter of regenerating this place, and once a rainforest is up and running, it provides what it needs. It creates the circumstances that it needs in order to survive. And the tallowood trees are actually rainforest species. There's a lot of them around here. You know, once it's up and running, it will work. So it's just a matter of nursing it into that state, which might take 20 years or something. But the reason why I'm so confident it's going to work is that we're in exactly the same elevation and aspect and soil profile as parts on the eastern side of Toowoomba where there's rainforest in Mount Lofty. And, you know, it works over there. There's no reason why it can't work here, just once we've got it established. So things are going pretty slow. We've got a bit of rain in the middle of winter, which was helpful, but then it's just dried off again. This is another bunya pine. So these guys, being adapted to the area, are doing quite well. And there's another fig over here. And this one was going quite well. I think he's just slowed down a bit, but also winter with the shorter days as well, you know. But as soon as you think it's already forked one branch off there, yeah, it's not looking too bad. Forked a branch off there, or two, so you can see, you know, this way for that tree in years to come. Hopefully I got it there, I had the camera on the right angle. So yeah, it's getting there. There's a couple of Moreton Bay figs down here we put on stumps. It's still kind of hanging in there. Another bunya pine here, and you can see how that plastic, I'm going to go around today and get rid of them, and we'll just replace them. I'll buy more of those little triangular core flute things. All of the picker bean palms I put in down there died. But you know, that part of this is experimenting, and I can't water everything regularly all the time, so it's a matter of finding out what works, giving it its best chance by putting those core flute protectors around them, but then watering them when I can. But you know, we're talking about planting a lot in the end, hundreds of trees. I can't water all of them, it's just impractical, so we need stuff that's going to survive. So it's a matter of getting smart about it. I've planted more stuff in the shaded areas. Once these wattles really pick up in another year or two, it'll create more shade. So yeah, we'll get there, but it has been slow. We'll just have a look here at these two Moreton Bay figs. This is one I planted ages ago. It's still there. Not very much actually eats these things, but occasionally you find one that's a little bit munched on. So yeah, I think generally the ones that are in the lowest stumps seem to do better. I think they have more access to nutrients. The ones that are in the highest stumps struggle a bit more. And there's this one over here which is doing quite well. This is one that Jenny planted probably 3 or 4 months ago. There's plenty of soil around. Plenty of soil around in there for this one. So it's looking quite healthy. It's all to do with the shade that they get as well. I mean, it's in a bit of an open spot here, but obviously the trees over there cast a good shadow, so it doesn't get caned by the late afternoon sun, which I found is a big problem for a lot of them. So anyway, we're getting there. A really pleasing thing that's happening is, even though it's dry here now, the diversity of plant life, small plant life, and look at this little purple thing. The diversity of small plant life is really picking up here. And I went through maybe 6 months ago or something and pulled out any bits of lantana that were coming up, and you know, that's just a regular job. I want to do that by hand, not by spraying it. But I was just having a good look then at just all of the different kinds of little plants, especially lots of little natives that are coming up. And that's really, really pleasing. Yeah, that's picking up. So, slow process, but we're getting there. But, you know, this is something that's going to take 20 odd years at least. I have seen bunya pines at the university here in Toowoomba. They made a Japanese garden. They started bulldozing it in my last year as a theatre student, so 1988, and I think they started planting it in 89. So that makes it 30 years old, and the bunya trees there, the bunya pines there, about the same age as that gum just, sorry, the same size, height, as that gum just over there. So 30 years time, bunyas will be about that big, which is probably maybe about half the actual height they're going to make in the end. So, you know, if I can live to see that, that'll be good. I think I've got 4 down now. We'll end up putting a lot more in here, maybe even 20 or 30 or something. But yeah, so, you know, I reckon 20 to 30 years there'll be a lot to show here, but it's just going to take a bit of time. So there you go, that's the update. Thanks.